Today it's Wednesday, May 15, 2024. These are the turbochargers from the E63, the one that I rebuilt the engine recently with the drop-in connecting rods. I think that you remember how it looks like, right? That's how it looks like. The flap for the wastegate, the bracket, the bore inside is gone. Alright, I just separate the turbochargers. Now, let's see how does it looks like, the turbochargers. We have a crack here. Continue also here. There is another crack here. 1 second, it's knocking the door. Where was I? Yes, here. One crack here, one crack here, like I said. And see anything else? No. Obviously, you're not gonna, me personally, I'm not gonna repair this housing. And there is another one here, crack here. I'm talking about here at this point. All right. And you see the pattern where it sits, the flap of the wastegate here. Because like I showed you before, when you're pushing it, when it's pulling actually, the actuator, it goes sideways. And you're not gonna seal to spool the turbo. Now, what can you do here? If you keep this one at this point, the flap fully, and then with your finger you push this inside, this is centered. It doesn't matter how much wear has, doesn't matter how much moving up and down, left and right, it moves all over the place. I'm gonna cut it here to open it to show you how it looks like inside. What's my point? What I'm gonna do later on. On a hot side housing that's healthy, that means does have any crack and it's suffering only here, what can you do? You can push this inside, hold it over there, all right? And make your mark, get a mark where it's supposed to be. Read, let us say, this one, read also this one, square it, to know when you machine it where you're gonna weld it again. To imagine, let us say that you're separating it, you're fixing the bore, you put one sleeve inside, and then you end up to have this bracket like this here. It'll never gonna work. It'll never gonna run. Makes sense, right? And the same thing also from this side. Later on, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fix one piece of steel that I'm gonna be able to grab it on the milling here on the table, to secure it properly, to square it, and you're gonna come up, you're gonna machine it to come nice and round. I'm gonna show you in a while. I'm gonna cut this one to show you because this for scrap. It's not only the shaft here that's playing, all right? It's cracked. It's a cast iron, you cannot repair it. Finish the story. This is the other side. The other side. What's it? This is a crack. All the way there, and as far as I remember, there was a crack also here on the wastegate, and there is another here crack there. Yeah, also this housing, it's gone. But these housings, both of them, before I throw them, no, there is another crack all the way there. All right, and the same thing also with this one, it doesn't step properly, and has a crack also there inside. Nothing new. I'm gonna repeat that again. If you want my advice, if you have a brand new turbochargers, stock one, or if you have, let us say, your turbos that don't have a crack, how you have more chances to don't crack? By upgrading it. Hybrid upgrade, when you upgrade the turbine wheel and the compressor wheel, because you don't have the same back pressure, because breathing more, because you increase the emitter here, it doesn't crack. I haven't seen any upgrade turbo to be cracked. And I believe because it's not building up that much temperature and pressure on the hot side of the turbo. That's what I believe. I might be wrong. And this is, like I said, 1 second to stop blowing. Yeah, when I pause it, they stop. What I was saying? Dang it. Yes, I was saying that any turbo upgrade that I have watched, I haven't seen any crack on the hot side. hybrid turbo I'm talking about, upgrade, okay? That they have machined it here inside, they have changed the turbine wheel, like I said earlier. Now, let's remove the shaft from here. You can see also the gases. Yeah. To see how does it look like the bore inside and how it's gonna be the shaft. Yeah, just 1 second for you. Now, after grinding the weld and then just tap it in the center, it looks like that. But now you can remove it. Has a unique pattern actually. This is gonna be helpful. I mean, if I try to put it this way, you see it doesn't fit. But if I try to put it here, it fits exactly. There is one point that it fits nicely. Yeah, I have to hold from both sides. So this is the bracket up. That's the shaft from inside. It's not suffering that much, the shaft. It has a wear, but not that much like the bush here. If you see, it's like an egg. Expected to be like an egg actually. That's why you see all this movement from the first place. That's why you see all this movement. You see that up and down it doesn't have, but left and right it has much more. Alright? Now, like I said, this is gonna help me to make a sleeve, to get some dimensions, to get some measurements, make one sleeve here. This one, I can clean it up and read it to see if it's true. Even if it's not 100% true, it's gonna be okay. You can clean all this mess. Not on the specific one, once again. These two things are gonna keep it just to see the sleeve, to see what can I do to fix the shaft. It's for scrap. The hot side, this one and this one, is for scrap. This one here, if I come here with a grinder, like what I did here, here I had the space to do it. But here I don't have a space. I mean, I'm gonna touch it here and here. I have to come with an end mill, clockwise, yeah, and just make it flush, make it straight. And the same thing. It's the same, actually. The same bore, same sleeve. It might be a little bit different length, but it's the same. No, it's supposed to be the same. Yeah. So that's the plan with these turbos, with this housing. Once again, after that, when you finish, you can just weld it on top like it was before, and everybody happy, and you don't have a movement. You might make it a little bit more tight because of the expansion. The housing, this one is gonna expand more than the shaft here. You can use a little bit lapping compound to finalize it, to be a little bit more precise. Yeah, it does have lubrication. You're gonna be steel with steel. It's not steel. It's not steel. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna use there. Yeah, but that's the thoughts. That's it with the turbochargers. This is not something new. I have shown you that before. It's not the new is that now I remove the shaft for the wastegate. Why? Because I have a milling machine. It makes sense. If I didn't have a milling machine, I have to send it to somebody else to get a measurement and to do this job for me. But again, you're gonna do that on a healthy turbos, not on the cracked turbos, because it doesn't make any sense, at least to me, to put any effort on these turbos, change the sleeve here, fix the shaft here to be nice and beautiful, and to have a crack. The crack on the cast iron, it will gonna continue, it will gonna move. The cartridge and the rest of the things, yeah, the compressor wheel has seen some better days. Yeah, all right. And the same thing also from this side, right? Yeah, this is even bent over there. And definitely gonna have so much carbon built up on the ring, on the seal ring that has back here. It's gonna smoke this turbo. These turbos are good only if, as a cartridge, if anybody wants to upgrade, but without the rear one, this is, like I said, it's for scrap. Before I had one and I give it to my son to play, to open it and close it. Yeah, never mind, that's it. Small update for the turbochargers of the M157 from the E63, the one that we put low mileage, not cracked turbochargers, and it doesn't have a play, has a normal play on the wastegates. That's it. Whenever it can come the car for the first oil change, I'm gonna make a video to see how it looks like. Nothing more, nothing less. Am I recording? Yes, I'm still recording. Lovely. Over and out. Thank you very much. Let's move on. I'm not gonna deal with that now because I'm busy. I fixed one Daza and now this is the BMW. Yeah, okay, never mind. This is different things. Thank you.